Alrighty, could you guys hear me now on YouTube? You guys should be able to hear me. Let me know in the comments if the sound is fine now. I had that switched off for something before. But let me know if you guys could hear me. Alrighty, so again, DraftKings, DKNG. Let's take a look at RKT. Or RXT, sorry. Rackspace Technology upgraded to strong buy. Kodiak Sciences, that's another one that was upgraded again here, but look at the price target change from 155 down to 149. It was upgraded from neutral to buy. So we'll take a look at that. KOD. Markets are open here, guys. Hope everyone has a good day and good luck trading here. So those are the upgrades. I'm going to take a look at those right now here in the background, and we'll see. But as you guys could see down here, CPI year over year for April, 4.2% versus 3.6% estimated, prior 2.6%, which is a big move, big difference there. Alrighty, let's see here. Morgan Stanley maintains overweight on Verisite, lowers price target to 45. House Republicans vote to remove Liz Cheney from leadership right now. Okay, we got BP, we got the energy sector continuing to take off here. I'm looking at the watch list here. I could show you guys that on the top screen here. Here is what we're looking at as far as the watch list goes. We got BABA continuing to climb, Amazon pulling back a bit there, Facebook pulling back, Google pulling back, tech's continuing to pull back. We have financials leading, and this is what you guys have to focus in on. What sectors are leading the market right now? We got the financials leading. We have the energy sector leading, and some investment services like Goldman Sachs, Schlumberger, BP Petroleum, Cimarex Energy, Chevron, and then Exxon Mobil up over 1.16% here as well. So we might be able to take another trade on Exxon Mobil, especially with these rising gas prices, inflation. I think we could see another run up to about 62.50 on Exxon Mobil there. Alrighty, so let's see. Let's go through and see. Let's go through the downgrades here, see if we see anything major we could take advantage of with the downgrades. So downgrades. So we have our upgrades, DraftKings, Rackspace, and Kodiak. Putting that down on the notepad here. All right, now downgrades. Let's go over those. This is how we're finding some good setups here. So let's go down. Ameren, AMRN. That one's always a mover there. Dollar General was downgraded. DG. I don't agree with that one because obviously as rising inflation is a concern, obviously people are going to be looking to save money. They're going to be going to the dollar store. They were upgraded the target there. They downgraded it from outperform to sector perform, so still not bad. DG, price target 207. Write that down on your notepad. Novavax, NVAX. Let's see, overweight to neutral, down to 161. Target from 285. That's a big price target change there. They had a target of 285, and they downgraded that to 161 target. Let's see, what else do we have here? Array Technologies. I used to trade that one quite frequently. Tyson Foods. That's one from yesterday. TSN. Let's see what that one's up to. TSN downgraded from overweight to neutral. Price target $79. Let's take a look at those and see what's going on there. All right, so first now, let's take a look at DraftKings DKNG. That had the upgrade today. That's a nice pullback it had. It's in breakdown momentum. If we zoom out a little bit more here, obviously you guys could see. Here is the DraftKings chart. We had the 10-20 cross below here, getting up to that 20-day simple moving average, that blue 20-day simple moving average, failing and pulling lower here. You have support at $40 a share, which is a pretty, solid support area on DraftKings. Stock was just at about $74, $75 a share. So big retracement from those highs recently. So definitely want to keep an eye on DraftKings. So now what am I going to do is I want to be notified when we break and start to break out here. So I'd say a climb above, $46 is where I want to start really focusing in on DraftKings here and look for a possible trade setup. So how are we going to do that? Well, first thing we have to do here is set an alert here. So if you guys look at the top screen here, this is what I'm going to do on the top screen. I'm going to go up to my tools. I'm going to go up to alerts. I'm going to bring that down to the bottom here so I could see that a little bit better. And now you guys could see exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to put in DKNG, DraftKings, put that in, and anything above $46 I want to be alerted by. And I'm going to put a note to myself here saying this is a possible entry. Okay, so I'm going to get an alert window. It's going to have a note saying possible entry once DraftKings is trading higher than $46 a share. It's at $44.60. It was just upgraded. What was it upgraded to? Well, let's take a look. It was upgraded to $42.50, which is obviously, lower than where it's at right now, but want to keep an eye on that because I think we could possibly get up to $60. So $46, a climb above that. I'm clicking OK, and now that's set. So now I'm going to get an alert once DraftKings is above $46, and if I see that momentum continuing to shift higher there, then obviously I'll look for a nice swing trade on DraftKings. Alrighty, next one here, RXT, Rack Space Technology. This one looks like a nice potential hook pattern here. We had a high of 25. We had a high of about $25 where it was consolidating for quite a few months here. And then we had a big pullback here. Probably an earnings or news-driven event here. Came all the way down to $17.50. It's at $19.15 now, so break above $20. I'd be looking for a possible entry on Rack Space here. So that one, and then Kodiak, and then we're gonna look at the watch list here again, see if we could find some trades. But most important thing, guys, watch the markets here. Markets are shifting a little bit with all this news coming out. We have rising inflation. They're talking about raising interest rates in December, and then we have rising tensions in the Middle East there, at the border, at the Mexican border, rising gas prices, a lot of issues. So keep that in mind right now. The markets are shifting a little bit. So now's the time to make smaller trades and make sure you're preserving your capital in your account. So Kodiak Sciences, this was upgraded to... Kodiak was upgraded from neutral to buy, a target of $149. So the stock's only at $83 now. They have a target of $149 on Kodiak Sciences. That's a big upgrade. So now that's something that I like. We're seeing a nice little bottom here, some support at $75. If we zoom out a little bit more, let's see. It's coming back down to support, which is previous resistance back in 2019. So it acted as resistance there at that $80. Now it's coming down to that $80, acting as support here, and we might start to get that climb. Just had a major upgrade from $82 all the way up to $149. So this is one I'm definitely going to put an alert on here, and I'm going to say if we climb above 80, right there, around $85, that's when I'm going to be looking to buy that. So I'm going to alerts, bringing that down here, and let's put in KOD. Kodiak Sciences, give me an alert when we break above $85. And this here is also going to be a possible buy. Alrighty, there we go. And now we're set to go with Kodiak Sciences. All right, now, As far as that goes, now let me just look at our watch list here quick, see if there's anything moving on there that we could take advantage of. Schlumberger, BP, Exxon Mobil, they're all continuing to climb here. So we might be able to make a nice little swing trade on these. Exxon Mobil, let's take a look at the today 1 minute chart. Just at the highs of the day here on that last candle. Let's take a look at BP, Chevron, CVX. Chevron's continuing to spike higher there. I like that move on Chevron. Let's take a look here. BP 26.45, CVX, Exxon Mobil. I like that Exxon Mobil chart. I'm thinking about doing something on that going out a little bit further here. I think we're going to see energy stocks continue to climb. I'll watch that. Let me put that on a today 1 minute chart on the chart above here so I can keep an eye on that. And we'll see if it could break this high from that 940 candle. If it breaks that high of that 940 candle, we'll jump in there. All right, let's take a look. Exxon Mobil, let me put DG up at top here. I want to see what that's doing while I'm watching Exxon Mobil. I'm going to get ready for a trade here. Looking and waiting for a move on Exxon Mobil here. I'm looking at the option chain above. Let's see. I'll bring that down here for you guys as well. XOM. Probably would be going with that June 18th expo. Really cheap for that 60 strike call there, especially if we start to get that breakout. If you look at Exxon Mobil 3-month daily, I mean, we just made a killing on Exxon Mobil. I mean, it just broke $64 just literally 2 days ago. So I think that's going to be an easy target there for that June 18th expo. Very cheap, easy money there in my opinion. Especially if we hold support at this 10-day simple moving average, we could continue that climb. Even if we just reach around 63, we'll have some nice gains on that 60 strike. And again, take a look at the call buyers here on the left side compared to the put buyers on the right side. Big difference there. Let's see here. Exxon Mobil. All right, let's take a look here. Let's make a trade. We're going to jump in on Exxon Mobil here. We'll pick up a call, and we are going to go with that June 18th expo like you see on the screen here. 60, I'll go with the 60 strike. Our stop is going to be a candle below 59. Let's see, refresh quote. It's going for around $2.90. I think I'm going to pick up about 15 contracts. Going for $2.96 now. Let's see if I can get in for $2.95. Preview order, June 18th. View order, and let's see, it's still an open order there. I'm have an order for $2.95. Think that should have been filled. There we go. That was filled now. So that trade was filled. Let me post that in the trade room here. So here is the executed order. And there is the trade. The Exxon Mobil. Let me just post this in the trade room. Exxon Mobil still climbing at the highs of the day right now. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a target on here. I'm going to make a little chart for this email here. So I want to show you guys exactly what we're looking for. Okay, there's going to be our target. Now let's put the trade idea here.
There's a market in market here again, $10.63. Report that target investment for vaccine will be doubled by May and June, and then increase by nearly 6 to 7-fold by July and August. That's in India. Official says that Israel's energy needs will be met after shutting shuts down gas platforms.
All right, so there's going to be the trade idea right there on Exxon Mobil. I like that going forward here. If we take a look at Exxon Mobil on a today 1 minute chart, we got a nice setup right there. Let me post this chart right here for you guys. There's the Exxon Mobil chart. Let's see. They're talking about Hertz in the trade room. I remember when we had that for a few cents. HTZGQ. I think that one's just going to continue to break out. I think we're going to see Hertz at a much higher level there. I might pick up some shares on Hertz and we could sell some covered calls on it. But let's see what the option chain looks like on Hertz. I told you guys that months ago when it was at the bottom, it was a good buy. Let's see. Wow, not much options on it. 5 strike going for about $1.25 for the January 21st, 2022 expo. That's not too bad there, especially if that continues to break out here. I like that setup here. Let's see what we could do with Hertz here. Okay, so Let's take a look. Maybe I'll pick up a small trade for the 2022 Expo. The $5 strikes, they're going for about $1.30. I'll put in, look at the bid in the ask though, 116 by that. Let's see. Okay, $1.35. I'll put in a limit order for. I'll pick up 10 contracts, $1.35 a contract. We're seeing much more activity coming in here. So here's the alert I'm getting from E-Trade. Opening orders for this security cannot be accepted online at this time. They're restricting us from buying it. I mean, take a look at this. This is what the alert I get here when I'm trying to place this order for Hertz. Opening orders for this security cannot be accepted online at this time. Please contact customer service for assistance with placing the order. That is insane how they can't, they're not letting you make those trades there. There goes Hertz, still continuing to climb. Let's see. There was a few members that actually had Hertz from a while back there. Who still has Hertz? I think was it Karen that had one? Martin says, good morning. RKT looks like it's trying to form a hook pattern on a daily. Yes, I went over that before. It definitely looks like a nice setup. I put in an alert at the top here for RKT. Or no, I didn't put in an alert for RKT yet. We said we were going to watch that one. Let's take a look. Kurt, I'm looking forward to our class today as well. Captain, what's your old Hertz ticker symbol? Karen says she has 200 shares, which is great. You could be looking at selling some covered calls against those, which is going to help tremendously. HRTGQ. HRTGQ. I don't see anything there on HRTGQ. Yes, this is the old one here, or this is the new one. Okay, so yeah, that's not the old shares. These are actually the new ones. When they consolidated, they filed bankruptcy, and then they went listed on. This is either the pink sheets or what is this here? This is either pink sheets or OTC. Yeah, Hertz, HTZ. That's what it originally was, HTZ, but they don't have that anymore.
RMEG, new highs now. Romeo Michael SO Delta, $6.20.
That one's going to be looking really good, I'm telling you. This one is going to be back up to 15, 20 bucks a share by a year or so. This is one that's just starting to climb. You know, I don't think they're going to be filing bankruptcy. You know, they're going to throw that out there. I mean, you guys have heard all the news. You know, there's literally, you know, car dealerships are running out of cars. All these car rental companies, they're literally charging $700 a week now for a compact car. I was watching that on the news as well. Guys, Amazon just got an upgrade. Citigroup maintains buy on Amazon, raises price target to $4,175.
MGTA, Magenta Therapeutics, announcing positive preliminary results in phase 2 clinical trial in MGTA 145 in multiple myeloma. Alpha, MGTA. MEIP, MEI Pharma, and Kyowa Kirin to present clinical data from phase 1b study of zantelisib in combination with zanubrutinib at European Hematology Association Congress. That's Michael Echo India Papa. SRRA Sierra Oncology announcing oral presentation at European Hematology Association meeting. That's Sandy Romeo Romeo Alpha.
Let me see. We did a new design on the layout of the emails we're sending out here. So let's see. Nice, simple email now. So these are how the emails are looking here. So here's how it's looking. So when we send out a trade alert, you're going to get new trade open, Exxon Mobil, breakout momentum trade. You're going to get the trade, Exxon Mobil, June. It should be June 18th, not June 16th. June 18, 2021, 60 strike call at $2.95. Target 62.50 to 64. Stop 59. Current price when we entered. And then the catalyst of why we're making that trade there. So now you have everything you need right there on the email as well. So once you get that, really easy to follow along there. Hertz pulling back still, $4.52. Big moves on Hertz. You're going to have to watch that one over the next few days here. Robinhood might be able to let you buy it on there. But E-Trade is not letting me pick that up. Let's see.
ALB, Alphalino Victor reinstates quarterly dividend.
We got new highs on the day on Exxon Mobil, guys. Our Exxon Mobil trade's in the green, looking good. Nice profits on Exxon Mobil. And Exxon Mobil's continuing to break out there. Now up 2.24% for the day, breaking above 61, 61.08, and she's continuing to rise. We ended up picking up the 60 strike call on Exxon Mobil when it was at 60.67. June 18th, those 60 strikes are now going for $3.10. We were in at $2.95. I already got a 5% gain on that Exxon Mobil trade. She's continuing to climb, breaking higher here, guys. I think we're going to see that 62.50 to 64 by this week, to be honest with you. So that's going to be a nice gain for us. It was about a $4,500 trade made. So we'll just let that continue to go. And guys, when we're starting this new trade challenge, this is what's going to be really important on helping you guys continue to grow those accounts, is going to be one trade at a time, analyzing the chart, being disciplined, being patient, and of course watching the general market, the economy, the news, and we could take advantage of trends when we see them. So I think we're going to see she's up 2.36%. Rising gas prices, inflation, the cyber attack on the pipelines. That's just going to cause these prices to continue to go higher here. And who's really making those profits? That's going to be, the refineries here. So we got a confirmed climb off that 10-day simple moving average here on Exxon Mobil. This is a 3-month daily. Each one of these candles are representing one day. So we got a nice candle bouncing off that 10-day simple moving average, holding support at that $60 a share. That's why we have that stop at 59. If she closes below 59, that means the stock's down here, and that probably is going to tell us she's going to further retrace down to 57.50. But right now, still continuing to break out. She's at $3.20 a contract right now, asking price for that June 18th 60 strike call. So As we continue to go on, the new trade challenge is starting May 17th next week. So as we go along here, that's what we're going to be focusing in on. One trade at a time. I'm going to teach you guys how to grow that small account utilizing options here.
Now at 23.64, up about a dollar. Again, Bill Ackman currently speaking, presenting or speaking at the Wall Street Journal event.
All right, so that's a nice setup there on Exxon Mobil. I'm looking at the top here. Schlumberger and BP is really breaking out here too. Let's take a look at Schlumberger, SLB. We'll take a look at British Petroleum. As you guys can see, Schlumberger, I mean, this is what I like to look at when I'm analyzing stocks in the same sector, okay? This is really important. Take a look at Schlumberger. Look at the highs we were at 2 days ago, right? On 5/10. So May 10th, we were at highs on Schlumberger of around 33 bucks, right? BP. BP, 2 days ago again, we were just about at the highs at around $27. Chevron, CVX. This is another one. 2 days ago on May 10th, she was at the highs of around 113 bucks, a little bit above that. Now, Exxon Mobil, same thing. We had highs of, on May 10th here of about $64. So, seeing that Exxon Mobil's lagging behind those other ones a little bit here, I think we're going to see a further breakout on Exxon Mobil. I mean, Exxon Mobil, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but my family owns, one of the largest oil companies, gas stations, convenience stores up in Pennsylvania there, Northeast PA, and we're a wholesale distributor. So, you have to understand, the difference between these refineries. Exxon Mobil, Chevron, BP, they all have different additives. Exxon Mobil is, tested as the best gasoline you could buy. Now, when you go to a 7-Eleven, that's unbranded gasoline. That's like buying the Walmart brand gasoline. And actually there was just a write-up on the paper and on the news here. I live in Hunters Creek, which is, in Orlando, Florida here. And the 7-Eleven next to us here, they actually had 7 lawsuits for contaminated gas that, literally destroyed the engines of some cars around here. So it's really important to understand when you're going to the gas pumps why you're getting one brand of gas over the other. I always say I want to stick with Exxon Mobil, BP, or Chevron. For me, those are the 3 best. It really doesn't matter if you put in high test, I mean, my grandfather always told me, it's just a higher sales pitch. How every industry, you have upgrades that you can make extra money in. Same in the gas industry, those higher, premium, really is not going to do much. I mean, there's a little bit different additives, but there's really no facts that it's going to make your engine last longer or anything of that nature. So, Exxon Mobil, I love this one. It's one of the best of breeds in the industry, in the sector. I like that. I think we'll see 63 to 64 bucks. We have the June Expo, so as travel demand continues to increase, we got over a month until expiration on this. I'm just looking for that $62.50 to $64 target. Once we hit that, I'm out of that trade. We should have some nice gains there. All right, so now let's take a look. I'm looking at the market mover list, above here, and I'm seeing the most active stocks being traded. Fubo's on one of them, F-U-B-O. Fubo TV. This is a 3-month daily chart. So as you guys can see, you're getting that first candle here that's trading above that 10 and 20-day simple moving average. That's a nice sign here. Now, if we could get a candle above that red 50, then we could look for a nice trade up to about $40, which is plenty of room to run there, getting up to that next resistance area. We got some resistance at 30, and then, we'll be targeting that $40. So if you wanted to look at Fubo, I'd be looking at a break above that red 50-day simple moving average, and that would be a buy signal there on Fubo. But that's definitely running. It's on the market movers list of the most active stocks, and that's something we want to take an eye on. All right, now I was talking to you guys before, still watching the markets. Dow's down about 184 points. Nasdaq's down 169. Oil prices, gas prices are continuing higher. Exxon Mobil's breaking out here. So you see how we're taking advantage of what the market's giving us, what's trending in the market. You know, right now, tech is dead right now. You know, we're waiting for that to continue to climb. Exxon Mobil's breaking out. Schlumberger and BP are at new highs of the day here. Caterpillar, this is another one we were talking about, because Caterpillar, you know, if Biden passes that $6 trillion infrastructure deal, well, guess what? They're going to have to be buying all these machineries to, you know, to create all these new roads, the bridges, everything they need. So that's why Caterpillar is good when you're in the expansion phase of the economy. And that's what we're in right now if you know the business cycles of the economy. We're currently in the expansion phase, and that's when you want to look at your industrials. Because especially when we're spending money on infrastructure, that's when you want to look at your Caterpillar, your John Deere, you know, of course, energy stocks. So keep an eye on those. Exxon Mobil breaking out here, almost at the highs of the day once again. Nice continued breakout on Exxon Mobil here. All right, so now what I wanted to do in yesterday's law exam class, we were going over the IPOs, right? And here is a really great website I wanted to share with you guys on IPOs. So our instructor was talking about IPOscoop.com, and you know, you just go there, and what it's going to do, here's the IPO calendar. Let me get a different color pen here. This is really important because you could find some really good stocks here that you could take advantage of. You know, in our law class, we were really going over, you know, the shares, you know, the price ranges, expected, you know, the volume, and all that type of stuff. Much more detail than I'm going to go over here. But just know that this is a really good website, IPOscoop.com. It's going to show you the IPO calendar for this week. So it's saying expected to trade the week of 5/10, which is this week. You know, it's telling you if it's priced yet or if it's not priced yet. So this is obviously priced at $25. This one's priced at $5. And these are companies that want to go public for the first time here and raise some capital to expand their business. So, you know, like for example, you know, Global E Online, you know, the underwriters Goldman Sachs. They're doing 15 million shares, which is going to bring in $375 million to that company, which they can use to, you know, marketing, advertising, you know, building out new products, whatever they want to use the money for. So that's called the primary. And then secondary is going to be once it's already on the market, it had its IPO, and then it's traded between investors and investors. But right now, the issuer is issuing it to the public. So that's going to be your primary listing. Let's see, Exxon Mobil at new highs of the day here at $3.25 asking price for that 60 strike call. So I want to make sure we're going to be going over all this stuff with you guys in the trade room and everywhere else as we continue to go along. So IPO Scoop, that's a really good one. Domino shares are trading at a record high after Bill Ackman says he bought 6% stake in the company, DPZ. Let's take a look. Domino's Pizza, $450 a share. I remember when we were trading it years ago. I mean, when you see this is all what I've been trading. You know, you guys know the cycles, the phases. Domino's Pizza. I remember when it was back at $7. What a breakout there. Let's see what Amazon's doing after that new upgrade it just had. AMZN, not doing too much there on a 3-month daily. Had that 1020 cross below. Exxon Mobil's breaking out again on the chart above. Exxon Mobil's at the highs of the day, up 2.44%. Got a nice breakout on Exxon Mobil. Let's see on YouTube there, they're saying okay, that's from before. And remember, Robinhood's going to be going public as well soon. Exxon Mobil still looking good on that today 1 minute chart, still in that breakout momentum cycle and phase. I really wanted to take a look at AIG. I think we're going to see AIG get back up to that 60 bucks a share here. If you look at that 3-month daily chart here and we zoom out a little bit here, you know, pre-pandemic, this is something I was explaining back in 2018 about the consolidation area. This is when you're trading sideways during NTZ, and I was showing clients here way back here, you know, this is just sideways action, no trade zone. And what's really nice about this, you're trading the channel, the highs and the lows here, support and resistance. You're coming down to support, you're buying it, you can hold it up to the midpoint there, or when you get to the upper end of resistance. And I was showing the cycles here of short-term swing trades when a stock's consolidating in the no trade zone area. So AIG, I really think we're going to see that hitting back up to that $60 area, possibly even 70 over the next year or two. So obviously it's a financial, and it's looking good there. Let's see what their price target is. Let's go to research. Research reports Exxon Mobil's breaking out again, guys. $3.30 ask price on that 60 strike. We now have a 12% gain on our Exxon Mobil calls, and that's just going to continue to rise, in my opinion, there. All right, so let's take a look at AIG, see what they're saying for AIG. High target of 58, low target of 44, average price target 49. You know, most recently, you know, 58, 53, 52. Mark Dwell from RBC Capital, buy rating, $58 price target. Let's see, Avilio says Exxon Mobil's at its first resistance area. Still breaking out nicely on Exxon Mobil. The nice thing about that is we have that June 18th expo, you know. Obviously, if we did this week's expo, we'd have a much larger return on those options right now, but it's good to be safe during this choppiness of the market here. Exxon Mobil still continuing to climb, $3.35 a contract now. Now up 14% gain. And there she goes again, another new breakout, another new high, 61.37. So here were those calls that we picked up before for the June 18th. We ended up picking up the June 18th. We picked up that 60 strike call. We picked that up for $2.95. Right now the bid is $3.25, ask is $3.30. So the midpoint there is obviously $3.30 a contract. We paid $2.95. We got a nice gain on that. And we're going to continue to see that gain here as energy sector, petroleum products continue to break higher amid the inflation, amid the cyber attacks from Russia on the pipelines. And there goes Exxon Mobil again climbing. Let's see, what else is on the watch list? Schlumberger is now up almost 4% for the day. Look at that breakout on Schlumberger on a today 1 minute chart, just continuing to break higher there. Quantum says he likes Domino's. There goes Exxon Mobil. BP, Schlumberger continuing to break higher here, guys. Another nice breakout coming. There goes Schlumberger. There goes Exxon Mobil. BP now up over 3% on the day. Big breakout on Exxon Mobil there. She's now at $3.40 a contract for that 60 strike call we picked up for that June 18th expo. As you guys can see right here, $3.40 a contract. 3.4, divide that by 2.95. We're now up over 15% gain on those Exxon Mobil calls there. So continuing to break out here in the energy sector. That FUBU is still on the climb here as well. That's up 12% compared to where I saw it at before here. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. AMC is on a climb here as well. I like this daily chart, 6-month daily, starting to climb. You know, they have major debt. I was reading about them last night, actually. And, you know, they have some major debt that's going to be an issue going forward here. So, you know, once they could resolve that debt, I think AMC is going to be a good buy and a good long-term hold there. But for right now, I'd stay away. All right, let me go back up to the top. Financials are still climbing here. Bank of America is up about 0.89% for the day here. Got up to that 42.50 resistance, struggling with that 42.50 a little bit. JP Morgan's nearing that 160. AIG up about 0.64%. Caterpillar is still on the climb here. I really like Caterpillar. Thinking about doing a, you know, something like, now see, if you make a trade on Caterpillar, what you want to be focusing in on is something that's a little bit longer expo here. You know, so obviously you want to look at something that is, you know, probably 6 to 12 months out until expo. Thank you, Avilio. Let's see. It's not the June 16th. It's the June 18th expo, Sam, on Exxon Mobil. Stu says Squarespace is one of the IPOs. Really missed my entry on Exxon Mobil. Avilio's glad he kept his BP call. Skyjack up 80% on Exxon Mobil. Nice job, guys. Great job. You guys in that June expo, or did you guys get the shorter term weekly expo? Earnings outlook for Baba. Let's see. Let's post that earnings calendar in here for you guys. Here is the earnings calendar I just posted in the trade room for you guys here. You guys could take a look. After the bell today, really not too much going on. We had Wendy's this morning, Wix, Alibaba tomorrow morning. I honestly think Alibaba is going to do record numbers tomorrow. You know, I mean, think about it. You know, as inflation and as prices are increasing in all these countries, where can you get the cheaper products at? You know, China has these sweatshops where they make products super cheap there. That's why we get so much imports from China. So if inflation is a big concern and prices in countries are continuing to rise, where do you think the businesses are going to go to get their product? They want to get it made cheaper so they have higher margin profits on the products they sell. So I really think that we're going to see Baba have a really record number of sales there tomorrow morning. I might do an in the money vertical call spread on Alibaba here and look for that, little pop there. I'm gonna write that down on my notepad here. For the afternoon, I might do a trade on Baba. BABAITM So in the money vertical spread. That's what I'm going to be looking at for earnings. And obviously, that's a high risk trade because we're going into earnings. So you got to keep that in mind. So I'm just putting that down. And then after the bell on tomorrow, we have Disney. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Disney has to say this week. You guys know we've been watching Disney for quite some time there. Really want to keep an eye on that and see what Disney's going to report tomorrow. Blink, obviously they made a deal with Israel. They have some charger stations over there, but let's be honest. Gaza, Israel, all the bombs going on over there, all the rockets being launched. I'm just staying away from that one. Airbnb, I think that one's starting to come back. Obviously with the pandemics dwindling down here, Airbnb hosts are definitely are seeing an increase there in bookings. So I definitely want to keep an eye on Airbnb. DoorDash, not too sure about DoorDash, but I do like that Airbnb. I like Disney and I like Baba. Those are the three I like going forward for tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see. The new trade was not yet posted on YouTube here, so give me a second, guys. Let me do this. Alrighty, I just posted that on YouTube for you guys. The new Exxon Mobil trade that we made, the June 18th 60 strike call. We are in at $2.95. That's a new trade there. Let's see, Dow now is down 225 points. Nasdaq's down 186. Looking at JP Morgan, Bank of America, Baba slipping from those highs. Caterpillar up about 0.84%. AIG up 0.24%. Goldman Sachs slipping from the highs. Schlumberger looking good.
Be comfortable putting meaningful amount of assets in crypto.
Cimarex Energy. I mean, look at Cimarex. You guys know how those energy stocks were hitting highs on May 10th. Well, take a look at what we're doing now. We're just about breaking those May 10th highs on some of these, like Cimarex, like BP here, not too far off from those highs. Schlumberger. So I think Exxon Mobil is going to be looking to do the same thing here. AMV's getting a little climb here. ABBV climbing off that 10-day simple moving average. Remember, they just had a buyout there as well of another company, so I like the looks of AbbVie.
1.733 million versus the draw of 1.08 million expected gas and inventory to draw. A build of 378,000 versus the draw of 600,000 expected. crude moving a bit lower now, 66.34.
Take a look at the screen up above here. Just looking, going down through these. Let's just go down through these quick and see. All right, so so you guys can see in the top right here, I have this linked. So right up here, you can see link 1. Oh, can't draw on it here, but right up here in the top right of this watch list here, you see I have link 1. So any chart that I put link 1 on, it's gonna pull that up. So I'm gonna put this back at the bottom here, and you guys could see what's going on here as I continue to go down the watch list. So there's Amazon on a today or 6-month daily. Here's Baidu. As you guys could see, notice what we're doing here. We're trading below the simple moving averages. We're not trading any more tech. We're not trading anything else here unless the market, we see some moves here that we can take advantage of. We got to go with the trend of the market, especially when there's a sector rotation going on. Facebook holding that 300, but really not doing too much. Bob is trying to break out, has earnings tomorrow morning. I think that's going to report good earnings, so I might do something this afternoon with Alibaba here. Google continuing to break lower, not doing anything with Google. Disney just consolidating. Notice how it's holding that 180 support area well over the past, 3 months? March, April, May. Even going back to February, it's really holding that 180 area. So that's going to be interesting what they say on earnings there tomorrow. Twitter not doing too much, had a big day yesterday, but remember, you could expect that volatility. Sit tight and watch. You want to trade the trends in the market here. Right now, energy is continuing to climb, and we're probably going to see some industrials like Caterpillar, John Deere, and some consumer staples start to climb. So that's what I'm going to be on the watch out for here. Financials are looking good. Pulling back from the highs, though, on the financials. Delta Airlines pulling back below that channel for the first time there. We got to keep an eye on Delta. SMAs are converging on the airlines. Tesla in breakdown momentum. AIG, Amgen. Caterpillar. I might do something with I'm going to put Caterpillar on my notebook here as well. CAT, just something I'm going to keep an eye on. 240.102. I'll keep an eye on that and see if we can make some type of trade on Caterpillar. Visa here, big pullback from the highs on Visa, right down to that 50-day. And I'm telling you guys, the reason why we're seeing these market pullbacks here is because we have major things happening in the economy. Rising inflation rates, CPI, Consumer Price Index, continued unemployment claims. They're continuing to be higher than expected. Unemployment numbers are a little higher than expected. Just everything rising. And then the tensions in the Middle East, the tensions at the border there. So, the market's a little spooked. Now, not only that, we have them talking about raising interest rates in December. We have them talking about raising corporate taxes as well. And that's a big thing there that we got to keep an eye on. Exxon Mobil starting to get a climb off that 50 on a today 1-minute chart.
Capital, hedge eye today, and they were adding tops
They were talking about Nike hitting, I think, what was it, 180 a share it was recently upgraded to. But as you can see, Nike is holding that 135 support right now, pulling back quite a bit today, down about 1% from those highs yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Let's take a look at Exxon Mobil, which is starting to climb again. That's a beautiful chart set up there on Exxon Mobil. We'll take a look at the today 1 minute. Starting to get another nice climb there.
There's Mercury Capital at 1456 now. Again, headline adding tops or MUBS to their long bias list, and that report on Topps Major League Baseball NFT sales up 193% in the past
John,
month.
I don't know what you're saying about the market's almost green after those inflation numbers. I'm looking at the Dow down 265 points now. Nasdaq's down 227 points. We got some nice green on our trade that we made today on Exxon Mobil. Another nice climb there on Exxon Mobil. Just got breaking news from one of the apps. Domino's Pizza stock jumps to record high after hedge fund discloses 6% stake. Another breaking news, Liz Cheney's been ousted from GOP leadership. Alrighty, there we go. Exxon Mobil starting to climb here, nearing the highs of the day once again. Financials are starting to climb here off those lows. Now what you got to do on days like today when the market's shifting and pulling back quite a bit, obviously we have some calls in the energy sector that are doing really well. Sit tight, sit on your hands, and watch what's going on. Let's see, Zoom chat here. Shepard says Gush got a nice run. Let's take a look at Gush. Gush. Not sure what it is there. Haven't traded that one. S&P Oil and Gas Exploration and Production Bull 2 times shares. Definitely a nice move. You could be looking at a $90 target on that, Shepard, if you're trading Gush there. Today, 1 minute chart, it's back at the highs. Nearing $80 there.
MUDS, Mercury Capital, seeing now the May 12.5 call sweep on Michael Uniform Delta Sandy. MUBS.
Schlumberger breaking out again, up over 4%. New highs of the day on Schlumberger. Let's take a look at our Exxon Mobil, see what she's doing. XOM. Exxon Mobil's nearing highs of the day once again, nearing 61.50. Our 60 strike call is now going for $3.40. We got in at 295. 3.4 divided that by 2.95. That's a little over a 15% gain. Waiting for that further breakout here. I think we could be looking at about a $5 target on those 60 strike calls there. Another $1.60 to go. Nice breakout on Exxon Mobil, guys. $3.50 a contract now. Look at that continued breakout on Exxon Mobil. 3.5, divide that by 2.95. Now got a 19% gain on our Exxon Mobil trade.
BNTX, Biontech, Canaccord raised more price target to $240 from $130. That's BNTX.
And that little Exxon Mobil trade that we made, I mean, this is what I go to show you. You know, you don't need big trades to make money. It's a $4,500 trade. We're already up 16% on that. It's at $704.79. We made profit already. $705 profit already on Exxon Mobil there. And she's still continuing to climb higher there.
Canaccord has a buy rating on BNTX.
We now got a 17% gain on the Exxon Mobil trade. Yes, $742.29, up 16.75%. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice gain for the day. If you wanted to take it, lock it in, get out of it. But like I said, we're targeting our price target there, and I'm going to be looking for a much larger gain. But these $700, you know, they're going to add up if you are looking to take profits. Let's see here. Stamp Gold says he's up 17% on Exxon Mobil. I thought you were changing your name yesterday. Or that was the day before, I think it was. Let's see what Exxon Mobil's doing.
PFE, Pfizer, tribute, drones.
So all you have to do is when you go out, here I'm going to show you it really quick. When you log out of the trade room, let's say you log out of the chat, right? When you click log out and then you reconnect, when you reconnect as guest, put in there whatever your name is, Joe Schmo. Log in, and there you go. Now you're logged in as Joe Schmo.
UAVS, seeing a spike in volume on UAVS now. $4.60.
Okay, now I gotta log back in because it won't let me be the admin as Joe Schmo here.
There's a BizLink also popping here on that news.
There you go, James.
Sandy Lima, VISL, spiking $2.25 on BizLink, VISL.
Let's see what's moving on the top option scanner here. Here's what's moving on the top option scanner here. If you guys could see this.
Says soldier killed in missile attack from the AP.
Israel Army saying soldier killed. A lot of news coming out. Let's see. Surgical groups 685 strike puts are up 48,000% today. Regeneron calls are up about 44,900% today. Let's see. Austin Schrader says he's out of his May 21st 64 calls with a 46% gain. Nice job, AJ. He's done for the day.
EBR, New Concept Energy, Golf Bravo Romeo shares popping to the highs, $4.83. EBR.
Let's see.
CSPR, Charlie Sandy Papa Romeo. As for sleep, shares at 10.09 now, up about 9.5% today. CSPR.
These are all, pharma stocks on here. Biopharma stocks. Medical supplies. The trade desk. That one had a big drop yesterday. Let's look at TTD. That one might have a nice run up to about 600 bucks. Take a look here. Let's see. RH, TTD, Biogen, John Deere. Let's see what John Deere's doing.
Apple heavy activity now in Apple calls.
Apple calls. Heavy activity coming in on Apple. Let's see Apple chart.
May 28th, $150 call sweeps in Apple.
May 28th, what did they say? Let's take a look what's going on. May 28th. I think they said 128. Let's see here. That 125 is getting quite a bit of volume coming in for the May 28th Expo. I mean, Apple's down 7 points today, down 5%. Let's see when the ex-dividend date is on Apple. AAPL ex-dividend date. Okay, so they already had their ex-divvy date. So, yeah, I like going to NASDAQ. It gives you all the information you need, and it's no bull there. So, Apple ex-dividend date was already May 7th. So, you had to own it the previous day there to be a record holder on the ex-dividend date. Let's see the previous trading day. Cash payment of 22 cents per share. It will be paid on May 13th. So that's probably just what we're seeing there, that little pullback on that. Exxon Mobil starting to climb off that 50-day once again here. Guys on YouTube, I'm shutting this down now, so if you guys want to come join us, you guys could go to breakingchartalerts.com. You guys could go to Join Now, membership pricing plans. If you want to message us, that little green button down in the bottom corner there, you guys could shoot us a message down there. If you guys want to save on the yearly Pro Trader, use promo code RALLY. That's going to save you 15%. Trader membership gives you access to the live morning video. Pro Trader gives you access to live morning and afternoon video. Elite Pro Trader includes all the classes, all the videos, app alert, text alert, morning trade video, afternoon trading video, and then some private classes as well. And then you guys could see our features down here and everything we offer. And if you have any questions, you guys could message us by clicking this button down here and click chat with Breaking Chart Alerts. And like I said, if you put promo code RALLY in and then click sign up, instead of being $2,500, it will be $2,125. Alrighty guys, once you guys get signed up, you could go to live trading, click on live trade room, we'll be there. And then if you're new, education section, here's our classes, here's our lessons. Classes are like an hour or two long. Lessons are quick 10-15 minute videos. Our trade alerts, you guys can go here, click on trade alerts, and this is where you're going to see our trades at. And if you click on one of the trades here, you'll be able to see the date the trade was made, our catalyst behind it, our target, our stop, current price, and everything else we have going on there. I got to see what's going on with that. If that's let me just send that to my developer here so he could fix this issue. Alrighty guys, so that's where you're going to go to check out our trades. And like I said, hope to see you guys live with us. And I will see you guys